10 overcrowded cities in Canada due to immigration. Did you know that Canada has welcomed more than 430,000 immigrants from the beginning of 2024 until now? This number is almost equal to the population of a city like Halifax, added in just 1 year. While Canada is known for its openness and diversity, this rapid growth is starting to change the face of some of the country's largest cities, not always in ways you might expect. Imagine this. You're in downtown Toronto, waiting for the subway, but the platforms are packed, rent prices are soaring, and the waitlist for affordable housing stretches for a year. Or maybe you're in Vancouver, where home prices have skyrocketed, making many residents feel like they'll never be able to settle in the city they love. Canada's cities are undeniably vibrant and multicultural, but they are also becoming overcrowded, competitive, and for many, increasingly unaffordable. So, which cities are feeling this pressure the most? And what does it mean for those who already live there, as well as immigrants hoping to start anew? In today's video, we'll explore 10 Canadian cities struggling to keep up with the surge in immigration. From high housing costs to overloaded public transportation systems, we'll delve into the real impact of this population boom. Stick around to see if your city is on this list and how it has changed due to Canada's immigration wave. Number 10. Surrey, British Columbia. Surrey may be just a short drive from Vancouver, but it is a city with its own identity, growing faster than almost anywhere else in Canada. Over the past decade, Surrey's population has exploded, with immigrants playing a key role in this growth. In fact, Surrey is now one of the most ethnically diverse cities in Canada, with large communities from South Asia, China, and the Philippines. However, with the rapid increase in immigration, Surrey is starting to feel the pressure. One of Surrey's biggest challenges is overcrowded schools and healthcare facilities. The public schools in Surrey are overflowing, with some using portable classrooms to accommodate the growing number of students. And it's not just schools that are feeling the strain. Local hospitals and clinics are also struggling to meet the increasing demand for healthcare, leading to longer wait times and stretched medical resources. Then there's the housing market. Although Surrey used to be known as an affordable alternative to Vancouver, housing prices here have risen rapidly. Every year, more people move to Surrey, increasing the demand for both rental and home ownership properties. For many residents, it feels like affordable housing is becoming more out of reach. Despite these challenges, Surrey remains a popular destination for immigrants due to its strong sense of community and employment opportunities. However, with the city's infrastructure and public services struggling to keep up with the influx of immigrants, local officials are beginning to question whether this rapid growth is truly sustainable. Number 9. Mississauga, Ontario. Just west of Toronto, Mississauga has quickly become one of Canada's most popular destinations for immigrants. Known for its booming job market, proximity to Toronto, and vibrant neighborhoods, Mississauga has seen a strong increase in immigration over the past 2 decades. Today, more than half of Mississauga's population is foreign-born, making the city one of the most diverse in Canada. But with this diversity and growth come serious challenges. One of the biggest issues Mississauga faces is housing affordability. As more people move to the city, home prices have skyrocketed, making it harder for both new immigrants and long-term residents to find affordable housing. Mississauga used to be considered a more affordable option than Toronto, but with rental prices and home prices steadily increasing year after year, many residents are feeling financial strain. The demand for housing has led to a wave of high-rise developments, but even these new buildings can't keep up with the city's population boom. And it's not just housing. Traffic congestion is another growing concern. Roads and highways are becoming increasingly crowded, especially during rush hour, as more people commute into Toronto or navigate the busy streets of the city. The local public transportation system is also struggling, with buses often overcrowded and in need of upgrades to meet the growing population. The rapid growth of Mississauga is a double-edged sword. It brings cultural richness and economic opportunity, but it is also straining the city's infrastructure. Number 8. Halifax, Nova Scotia. Halifax may be a surprising name on this list, but Canada's immigration wave has reached the East Coast in a significant way. Known for its beautiful seascapes, rich maritime history, and friendly atmosphere, Halifax has increasingly become a popular destination for immigrants seeking a peaceful, lower-cost alternative to Canada's larger cities. In recent years, the city has seen record levels of immigration, and the population growth is changing Halifax in both exciting and challenging ways. One of the key attractions for immigrants is Halifax's relatively low cost of living compared to cities like Toronto and Vancouver. However, with the recent population boom, housing prices in Halifax have risen sharply. The rental market is at a historic low, and bidding wars over homes have become common, creating new challenges for both newcomers and locals who were used to a more affordable lifestyle. Public services and infrastructure are also feeling the strain. Access to healthcare has become an increasingly pressing issue in Halifax, with wait times to see family doctors and specialists rising as more people move to the area. Public transportation, which was not designed to accommodate rapid population growth, is also struggling to keep up. Buses are often overcrowded and need additional routes and more frequent service to meet the demands of the growing city. Despite these challenges, Halifax remains a vibrant and welcoming community with a unique blend of cultures, making it one of Canada's most interesting cities. The rapid changes driven by immigration are reshaping Halifax, bringing new energy to the city, but also raising questions about whether this growth can be sustained in the long term. Number 7. Winnipeg, Manitoba. Winnipeg, located in the heart of Canada, has long been known for its affordable cost of living, friendly community, and strong cultural heritage. For many immigrants, Winnipeg offers an attractive balance of economic opportunity and lower housing costs compared to larger cities like Toronto and Vancouver. However, with a steady influx of immigrants in recent years, Winnipeg is starting to face the challenges that come with a growing population, changing life in the city. One of the most noticeable impacts of the population boom is the shortage and affordability of housing. While Winnipeg was once praised for its affordable real estate, rising demand has begun pushing prices up. Rental apartments, once easy to find, are becoming harder to come by, and rents are increasing. For many newcomers, this makes settling in Winnipeg harder than they expected. The city's infrastructure is also feeling the pressure. Public transportation and healthcare services are struggling to keep up with population growth, leading to overcrowded buses and longer wait times for doctor appointments. Schools in some areas are also facing increasing student numbers, causing classrooms to become more crowded and resources to be stretched thin. Nevertheless, the increase in immigration has brought new vibrancy to Winnipeg, enriching the city's cultural scene with new restaurants, festivals, and traditions. The city is becoming more diverse and lively, but both residents and city officials are beginning to ask, can Winnipeg's infrastructure keep up with this demographic shift? As Winnipeg adapts to these rapid changes, the city stands at a crossroads, balancing the benefits of growth with the need to maintain a high quality of life for all its residents. Number 6. Edmonton, Alberta. Edmonton, the capital of Alberta and one of Canada's fastest-growing cities, has seen a significant rise in immigration over the past few years. Known for its booming oil industry and vibrant arts scene, Edmonton has become a top destination for newcomers seeking job opportunities and a lower cost of living than Calgary. However, the city's rapid growth is creating challenges that are starting to affect daily life for residents. One of the most visible impacts of the population boom is urban sprawl. As more people move to Edmonton, the city is expanding outward, leading to longer commutes and increased traffic congestion. The city's suburbs are growing quickly, but infrastructure, like roads, public transit, and public amenities, often struggles to keep up. For many Edmonton residents, getting around the city has become more time-consuming, and there is an increasing demand for more efficient transportation options. Housing is another major issue. While Edmonton remains more affordable than many other Canadian cities, the demand for housing has surged, leading to rising property values and rental prices. For newcomers who expected Edmonton to be an affordable option, the reality of competing for affordable housing has been surprising. Some areas are facing a shortage of rental housing, putting pressure on the housing market and those reliant on it. Education and healthcare services are also feeling the strain. Schools in fast-growing areas are often at capacity, and healthcare facilities are seeing an increase in patients, leading to longer wait times for medical services. Edmonton's growing diversity has brought unique energy to the city, making it one of Canada's most dynamic urban centres. However, with the city's infrastructure lagging behind population growth, Edmonton faces significant challenges in building a sustainable future while continuing to welcome new residents. Number 5. Ottawa, Ontario. As Canada's capital, Ottawa has long been an attractive destination for immigrants due to its stable job market, high living standards, and cultural diversity. With beautiful scenery along the Ottawa River and a blend of historical charm and modern amenities, Ottawa is home to thousands of immigrants every year. However, as more people choose Ottawa as their place to settle, the city is facing the challenges that come with rapid population growth. One of Ottawa's biggest issues is housing affordability and availability. The city's real estate market has been under significant pressure in recent years, with home prices and rents soaring. For many, finding affordable housing in Ottawa has become a major challenge. This is especially true for new immigrants who often face fierce competition in the rental market, where demand far outstrips supply. Areas that were once considered affordable are now seeing price increases, forcing many families to look for housing farther away from the city centre. Another challenge is the strain on public services and infrastructure. As Ottawa's population grows, public transportation is struggling to keep up. Although the light rail system has recently been expanded, many residents still face long commute times and overcrowded buses during peak hours. In addition, Ottawa's healthcare facilities are facing an increasing number of patients, contributing to longer wait times for medical appointments and emergency services. However, it's not all bad news. Ottawa's diversity is one of the city's greatest strengths. New cultural festivals, restaurants, and community organizations have sprung up, enriching the social landscape and making the city a more vibrant place to live. Nevertheless, with rapid growth, city officials are facing the tough challenge of balancing the needs of an expanding population while maintaining Ottawa's high standard of living. Number 4. Calgary, Alberta. Calgary has long been known as one of Canada's most dynamic economies, thanks to its thriving oil and gas industry. With high wages and a relatively lower cost of living compared to cities like Vancouver and Toronto, Calgary has become an attractive destination for immigrants seeking job opportunities and a high quality of life. However, as the city's population continues to grow, Calgary is beginning to feel the pressure of increased immigration. One of Calgary's biggest challenges is the demand for and affordability of housing. While Calgary is still more affordable than some of Canada's other major cities, the influx of immigrants has led to fierce competition in the housing market, driving up prices and reducing availability. Many immigrants arrived with the expectation that Calgary would be an affordable place to settle, but they are surprised to find that rent and home prices are on the rise, especially in areas close to job centres. A growing concern is the city's public infrastructure and transportation. The rapid expansion of Calgary has led to the development of suburban neighbourhoods, but this has come with some issues. Public transit options in suburban areas are often limited, forcing many people to own cars, which has led to increased traffic congestion, especially during rush hours, and longer commute times for those living in the suburbs but working downtown. Schools and healthcare facilities are also under pressure due to the population increase. Schools in some areas are approaching capacity, leading to more crowded classrooms, while healthcare services are seeing a rise in demand, resulting in longer wait times for patients. Despite these challenges, Calgary remains an attractive destination for immigrants due to its strong economy and welcoming community. The unique blend of urban sophistication and Western charm has created a dynamic and diverse atmosphere. However, as Calgary continues to grow, the challenge will be ensuring that public infrastructure and services can meet the needs of a growing population. Number 3. Montreal, Quebec. Montreal, with its unique blend of French and English culture, world-class art scene, and vibrant neighborhoods, has long stood out as one of Canada's iconic cities. Over the years, the city has attracted immigrants from all over the world, thanks to its relatively affordable cost of living compared to other major Canadian cities and its lifestyle that combines European charm with North American conveniences. However, as more newcomers arrive in Montreal, the city is facing a range of challenges due to the rapid population growth. One of the most pressing issues Montreal faces is housing affordability and availability. While Montreal was once known as one of the most affordable major cities in Canada, the demand for housing has surged and rent prices have risen sharply. Many areas that were once considered budget-friendly are now seeing significant price increases, making it harder for both immigrants and locals to find affordable housing. This is especially true in popular neighborhoods like Plateau Mont-Royal and Mile End, where competition for rental apartments is fierce. Montreal is also dealing with challenges related to language and cultural integration. As a city deeply rooted in French culture, Montreal places a strong emphasis on the French language, which can be a challenge for immigrants coming from non-French-speaking countries. The Quebec government has implemented policies encouraging French language learning, which adds an additional layer of adjustment for newcomers trying to integrate into a new culture and language. Additionally, Montreal's public transportation system and healthcare services are under pressure due to the increasing population. While the city's metro system is extensive, trains are often overcrowded, especially during peak hours, and the demand for expanded services is growing. Meanwhile, Montreal's healthcare facilities are struggling to meet the demand for medical care as patient numbers rise. Despite these difficulties, Montreal's multicultural energy and vibrant cultural scene continue to make it an attractive destination for immigrants. The diversity of the city has created a rich tapestry of languages, cuisine, and traditions. However, as Montreal continues to grow, the city will need to find ways to balance its cultural heritage with the needs of a rapidly expanding and increasingly diverse population. Number 2. Vancouver, British Columbia. Vancouver is regularly ranked as one of the most livable cities in the world, thanks to its stunning natural scenery, mild climate, and vibrant multicultural community. It's no surprise that so many immigrants flock to the city, drawn by its beauty and opportunities. However, Vancouver is also facing some serious challenges related to its rapid population growth, particularly in terms of housing affordability. With the average home price exceeding $1 million, owning a home in Vancouver has become an impossible dream for many. For renters, the situation isn't much better. Vancouver consistently maintains one of the highest rental prices in Canada. Immigrants who come to the city hoping to find a new home are often overwhelmed by the high cost of living. Vacancy rates are at historic lows, and demand for housing far exceeds the available supply. Public transportation and traffic congestion are also major concerns. While Vancouver has an extensive public transit system, it is often overcrowded during peak hours. Bus and sky train routes are frequently packed, and the city is facing growing demand for expanded and upgraded transportation infrastructure to meet the needs of a growing population. With many residents relying on public transit, there have been numerous complaints about overcrowding, delays, and limited routes, particularly in suburban areas. Both the cost of living and the housing crisis are putting a significant strain on Vancouver's public services and resources. The healthcare system, already stretched thin, is facing longer wait times for medical appointments and emergency services. Schools in the city are increasingly overcrowded, and some are struggling to meet the demand for quality education as the population grows. Despite these challenges, Vancouver remains one of the most sought-after destinations for immigrants due to its high quality of life and rich cultural diversity. The city is home to many different communities and cultures, creating a unique and vibrant place to live. However, as Vancouver continues to grow, an important question remains: how can the city continue to welcome immigrants without compromising the quality of life for everyone? Number 1. Toronto, Ontario. It's no surprise that Toronto tops the list of Canadian cities most affected by immigration. As Canada's financial and cultural hub, Toronto is one of the most diverse cities in the world, with residents from all walks of life. Toronto has long been the top destination for immigrants, attracted by job opportunities, cultural richness, and high living standards. However, as the population continues to grow rapidly, the city is facing some serious challenges. The housing crisis in Toronto is one of the most urgent issues. With average home prices reaching levels that are out of reach for many families, even renting in Toronto has become a significant financial burden. Rent prices continue to rise, while vacancy rates are at historic lows. Many immigrants, arriving with the hope of finding a stable place to settle, are confronted with the reality that affordable housing is extremely scarce. This has led to many people moving to the surrounding suburbs, creating a spillover effect in cities like Mississauga and Brampton. Public services in Toronto are also under significant strain. As the city's population grows, hospitals and clinics are facing longer wait times, and many residents are struggling to find family doctors. Schools are also overcrowded, particularly in areas with high immigrant populations, leading to larger class sizes and pressure on resources and teachers. The city's public transportation system, although quite developed, still cannot meet the growing demand, with overcrowding during peak hours. However, despite these difficulties, Toronto's appeal remains strong. The city's diversity, economic opportunities, and vibrant arts and cultural scene continue to attract immigrants from all over the world. It is a melting pot of cultures, creating a unique and energetic atmosphere. But the question remains: is it time for Toronto to reconsider how it handles immigration? As the city continues to grow, it will need to address issues surrounding infrastructure, housing, and public services to ensure a high quality of life for all its residents. Conclusion. The list of the 10 Canadian cities most affected by immigration shows that, while these cities benefit from the cultural diversity and energy that immigrants bring, they are also facing a range of significant challenges. Issues related to housing affordability, transportation, public services, and infrastructure are becoming increasingly evident as populations grow rapidly. The accelerating pace of immigration raises questions about how to balance growth with sustainability and how these cities can adapt to meet the needs of both new and long-term residents. This rapid demographic shift is not only creating new opportunities, but also presents a major challenge for urban policies and infrastructure management. These questions will need to be addressed to ensure that these cities can continue to grow sustainably while ensuring that both newcomers and long-term residents can enjoy a high quality of life.